The whole street fell silent when the black cars entered Amara's dusty yard. The engines hummed like angry animals, and the doors remained closed. Neighbors crowded against their rusty gates, whispering. Some children hid, while others pointed. Amara stood barefoot on the cracked step of her small house. Her heart pounded so loudly that she felt the whole world could hear it. Beside her stood the old blind beggar she had taken home just minutes before. He did something that no one thought possible. He stood tall, his back straightened. He removed his dark glasses, tugged at his torn robe, and underneath wore a clean white shirt tucked into pressed trousers. His shoes shone like glass. Amara's mouth opened, but no words came out. The man everyone had overlooked in the market now looked new, powerful, and commanding. He turned his kind eyes toward her. "Amara, my daughter, you have no idea who I am." His hand trembled as he whispered for water. People walked around him as if he were a stone in the road. "A bag shift," one man shouted. Schoolboys laughed, and a tomato seller sighed, "Who will help who?" Amara's chest ached. She saw the few coins in her bag, too few even for bread, yet she knelt beside him. "Good morning, sir. Do you need water?" His dry lips whispered, "Water." She ran to a cellar. "Please, just one sachet." The woman frowned but handed it to her. She tore the edge and helped the man drink. He sighed deeply, life returning to his face. "Thank you, daughter. My name is Baba Jimmy." His next words changed everything. "I have nowhere to go. I cannot see the road and no one will guide me. Will you take me in? Just a corner to lie down. One day, nothing more." Amara's heart twisted. She had only a thin mat, a fan that worked only when the power was on, no food and no money. Still, his trembling hand reached out like a question. A woman carrying yams stopped. "Use your sense, little girl. Everyone is hungry. You cannot feed the whole world." Amara looked up at her. "I know, but I can help one person." She slid her shoulder under the old man's arm and lifted him. He was lighter than she expected. "Sir, I'll take you home first. You can rest there." Her house was small but clean. There was a mat, a chair, and sunlight pouring in. She guided him inside, got him some water, and sat next to him. He asked gently, "Where are your parents?" Her throat tightened. "Gone. A car crash last year. I was 17. Now I am 18. I am alone." His face turned toward her. "And yet you opened your door." Amara pressed her hand against the floor to steady her shaking. "My mother said, even if no one helps you, don't turn away the help you can give." I try to hold on to that. A smile softened his lips. "You have a strong heart." When she stood to leave for the market, he spoke again. "Wait." His voice had a weight that made her freeze. His back straightened, his glasses lifted, and his robe fell away. Beneath it was not rags, but a suit fit for a king. His eyes, clear and sharp, met hers. "I am not blind, Amara. My name is Chief Jimmy Ade. I am the owner of Ade Group." The room spun. She had seen him on TV screens and shop windows, heard his name shouted from bus radios, and noticed his face on billboards. And now he stood in her little house. He lifted a phone and called calmly. Bring the cars." Engines rumbled outside. 3 black SUVs lined her dusty fence. Neighbors crowded closer, whispering in disbelief. Children squealed. A knock pounded on the door. "Open up. Who brought these cars here? Who are you hiding?" Men pushed against the gate. Amara's chest tightened, but Chief Jimmy stepped forward, opened the door, and faced them. "Lower your voices. These cars are mine. I am Chief Jimmy Ade, and this young woman is with me." Gasps filled the air. Some neighbors shrank back in shame, while others widened their eyes. Amara stood frozen, her heart racing. But another voice rose from the crowd. "Amara, don't trust them. You don't know who they are." It was Uncle Tayo, her father's old friend, the man who sometimes gave her leftover food when she was hungry. His warning cut through her hope. Chief Jimmy's gaze remained steady. "My daughter, fear blinds people. That man doubts what he does not know. I will prove myself." He handed over a gold card with his name shining on it. His driver spoke loudly for all to hear. "This is Chief Jimmy Ade. Everyone knows his name. He is no fraud." Still, suspicion lingered. Uncle Tayo shook his head. "Child, they promise heaven and earth, then vanish you into darkness. Stay where it is safe." Amara's chest burned. Safe? Nights of hunger? Carrying heavy baskets until her back broke? Was that safety? She wiped her tears. "Uncle," she whispered, "when my parents died, no one came. Today, someone saw me." Suddenly, police sirens wailed. 2 trucks screeched to a halt, and officers with rifles stepped down. "Who owns these vehicles?" their leader barked. Chief Jimmy walked forward calmly. "They are mine." He handed over his ID. The officer squinted and then gasped. "Chief Jimmy Ade, CEO of Ide Group." Gasps rippled again. The officer nodded with respect. "Forgive us, sir. We had to be sure." He looked at Amara. "And this girl?" Jimmy's voice was firm and protective. "She is my daughter now. She gave me water when the world turned away. From today, I will protect her as my own." The officers stepped back. The SUVs opened. "Sir, ready," a driver called. Jimmy turned to Amara. "Pick the things that matter. It is time to leave." Her hands trembled as she grabbed her books and the family photo. Tears blurred her vision as she looked one last time at her cricket roof, thin mat and peeling walls. This was all she had known. Now she was stepping into something beyond her imagination. She climbed into the SUV. The leather felt soft beneath her thin frame. Neighbors shouted, waved, and whispered her name like a story already spreading. As the convoy drove through the streets, Amara's old phone buzzed. An unknown number flashed. She hesitated, then answered. A deep voice whispered, "Amara, don't trust him. He is hiding something." Coldness spread through her. She glanced at Jimmy beside her, calm and proud, his eyes fixed on the road ahead. The voice returned, urgent. "He is not who he says he is. Be careful." Then the line went dead. Amara tightened her grip on her photo. She wanted to believe the man who had defended her, but doubt crept into her heart. The gates of a mansion opened wide. Palms swayed, fountains sparkled, and marble pillars rose like something out of a fairy tale. Jimmy guided her to a seat. "You will never suffer again. From this day, you are my daughter. I will give you a future." Tears filled her eyes. "Why me?" His voice broke softly. "Because you remind me of the daughter I lost. My house has been empty since the crash that took my wife and child, but today you showed me something I thought was gone. Compassion." Amara wanted to believe, but the phone's warning haunted her. A maid rushed in, whispering to Jimmy. His face darkened. "Someone is trying to destroy me," he said gravely, "and it may already be too late." Amara sat still, clutching her photo, her heart torn between trust and fear.
She remembered her mother's words, "Kindness always finds its way back. Never close your heart." That day, she realized true kindness is never wasted. Even if people doubt you, even if fear whispers lies, the good you give will return, often in unexpected ways. And the lesson stood clear like sunlight through a dusty window. Never let hunger, fear, or doubt stop you from helping someone in need. One small act of kindness can change not just another person's life, but your own forever.